My name is Hxry Green. I'm from Chicago, I'm 25. My name is Hxry, Hxry, not Larry, not Hxry, not Hxry, none of that bullshit. Hxry, Hxry, and it's a rap. I try to do as much as I can. You know, I started photography, videography, but essentially with my career, my artistry, I just want to hunker down on, you know, rap and producing, and everything that comes with that. Honestly, what got me started, now this is an interesting story. It was, I was in high school, I was a freshman in high school. There's this one dude, he was like, hey bro, I got this mixtape. You wanna hear it? I was listening to it. I was like, man, this is dope. He's like, I could rap too. He was like, word, you got a mixtape? I was like, nah. He's like, I give you $100 if you bring a mixtape to school tomorrow. And I was like, shit, a mixtape to school tomorrow? Shit, I need $100, you know what I'm saying? I'm a freshman. That shit, $100 is a lot of money, shit. So I went home, I made Chicken and Kool-Aid. That was the name of the mixtape. And it was 7 tracks. And I don't even remember what the fuck it was about, bro. But it was called Chicken and Kool-Aid, for real. I pretty sure I got a cover art of my ass eating chicken, which is like Kool-Aid. Bro, I gotta bring that shit back up, for real. I brought him the mixtape. He's like, yo, this shit ass. I was like, all right, give me my $100. You know, so that's all I fucking cared about. And I showed my homies, I'm showing everybody though. And then my homies, they started like, hey, where'd you do this shit? I was like, on the laptop, on free software, Audacity, bro. Audacity, so I was putting everybody on the school onto Audacity. And they used to come over my house and shit, just yelling to the laptop. We had no mic, we just fucking used to make music, all types of shit. Kind of became known for those, we started doing parody songs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Me and the homies started getting a little bit more serious with it. Cause you know, I was like, I really want to put out a project now, for real. But I didn't have beats, I didn't know no producers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going on YouTube, damn, how do you make beats? And I learned about FL Studio, download that shit on my mom's computer, and it was a rap. It was a rap after that, for real. My first few beats was ass, bro. Ass, but everybody shit, you know what I'm saying? I always look back. It wasn't until I got out of high school and went to college, and when I met my freshman year roommate, he was his name Brandon, he was big on music, and he put me on to so many instrumental artists. You know, I learned about guys like Soul Action, Sango, these people I was looking up to, you know, when I first really started to realize that this shit could be a career, you know what I'm saying? Cause this was 2012 at the point. So what I really gravitated towards, you know, after we made the mixtape and all that stuff, when I started to get serious about it, I wanted to do EDM. So Harlem Shake and shit was out. Everybody was doing them weird ass videos and shit. So I was big on EDM until I realized that black people do that shit too. I found out about Soul Action. I'm like, what the hell is Soul Action? You know what I'm saying? And it's it was just a movement of just, underground producers and stuff and underground artists, and it's a spotlight for them. And I got put on to so many artists that way. And it was just it was inspiring, you know what I'm saying? And it made me want to venture in that. So I started going out to shows, getting into shows. You know, I'm showing my coaches and shit, my music. You know, they clowning me and shit. They had, you know, oh, Hxry, DJ Mixer Hxry. I'm like, bro, get your ass out of here, bro. It's Cartel Beats, bro. Cause at the point I was Cartel Beats, I started off with that. I went to school for engineering, audio engineering in Wisconsin. University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, yeah. And I played football while I was doing that, so that was kind of weird dynamic, playing football. And then we won a game, hey bro, you wanna go to the bar? I'm like, nah bro, I'm about to go make some beats, you know what I'm saying? I'm people just knew me like that. So I wasn't really super into that shit, partying and all that, but yeah, that helped me most def. You know, going to college and learning how to mix my stuff, because some people you overlook it when you first get into it because all you care about is making a song. You ain't worrying about if your shit's leveled right, if your shit is left and right, you know what I'm saying? So understanding that polish early on, as soon as I went to college and when I was really hunkering into that shit, it helped me with my quality, you know? So that grew as well as what I knew how to do with music and how it grew together, you know what I'm saying? What I really love about just what I'm doing right now is allowing people to understand who I am and letting them know, no matter what they're going through, that it's always somebody who can relate to you. I really want to help people with my music if it's inspiring any type of way. I usually try to pull from my life experiences. You know, I'm like, damn, this is a lit ass experience, and this song lit too, it showed it, you know what I'm saying? Or I wasn't feeling too good. You know, I put this into the song, and that you can get exactly where I was just from hearing that song. And I think that shit's dope. I wrote a song called Pressure. I put that song out. People from all over, different countries, Africa, people from here too, Atlanta, Chicago, people I don't know will message me and say this song got me through my depression, and you touch me, and I don't know you, but you feel like you know me just through my music, and that's dope as fuck. Like on the real, it was like just last week somebody messaged me saying Reasons saved their relationship. Yeah, and I'm like, damn, you know, like he is a guy, he dedicated, their relationship was on the rocks a little bit. He dedicated Reasons to her. Had a whole dinner, talked it out. Yeah, she's like, what's the song? You know what I'm saying? Hxry Reasons and all that. And yeah, she messaged me about it. She told me about the whole thing. Yeah, because what he said, I don't know what he said during the song while it was playing, but he must have said something good. Shit. I do allow people to understand where I am mentally, you know, and talk about that, because it's easy to be an ego with your music. That's what that shit sells. Big persona, big, oh, I'm big bag, you know, I rap, oh, fuck your bitch, you know, all that shit. It's easy to be that person, but it's harder to be like who you really are, because we all feel the same, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that I think that I put that out there, people resonate with that. I went down to South by Southwest last year, and I met one of my homies, Hxry. His name's Christian. He's a producer as well, so we got similar backgrounds. But then he showed me, hey bro, I got this new track. I'm like, what's this? And we were sitting in the house. He showed me an EP. It was like 6 tracks, and it was all vocals on it. And I just see him as a producer. He was producing heavy for years, you know what I'm saying? He had like, at least like, you know, 15,000 followers on SoundCloud at the time from just his producing stuff. He flipped the script on my ass and showed me all his singing, and I'm like, damn, like, that inspired me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could sing too, I could rap too. And I was living, back in the day, I was living at Clark Street, living in a house. I used to be smoking weed and shit, just making music. Like, just first to start off with some goofy stuff, you know, just rapping, dummy, you know, stuff like that. But when it wasn't until I went to South by and I saw how much this guy inspired me. It made me want to like sing on my own track. So I came back from Texas, and I wrote a song called Reasons, and people they really liked that shit. It blew up like quick as hell. Like, and within a month, it was already like at 50,000 streams. And like, I think right now it's about to be like 300K or something like that. But overall, it's like hit like 1 million on all platforms. And just with those little incentives and stuff like that, from every song I was dropping, it was getting more and more popular. I was like, man, like, you know, I kind of left producing alone for a bit because I saw like, you know, there's something new, because I've been producing for like 7 years. You know, I wanted to do something different. I don't regret it. It's just more, you know, the more you could do, anything, you know, as a creative in general. You know, if you could do your own videos, if you could shoot your own pictures, if you could record yourself and engineer yourself, and the more you can do, the more value you have as an artist. When I started being more consistent, that's when I saw that I could like make a living off of it and like really do it. You the motherfucker that told me to be more consistent with it. He was like, hey bro, you drop 6 tracks, every 6 days. I was on that shit. Every 6 days I drop a beat, I drop a remix, I drop something, Instagram heavy, all on it. I dropped Unravel Me. And Unravel Me blew up on the internet from a guy named Ryan Allen. He's a YouTuber, big ass guy. And he shouted out the song. He was geeking over Unravel Me. He's like, the bass so pretty, all that shit. And it made me cry. I was crying like a motherfucker looking at that video, just to see that I could touch people. You know, I started off with this shit just being a joke, you know, and like, when I saw that I could impact people and touch people, you know, the more I started doing it, and that's when things kind of started changing as far as motive. You know, I don't do it to have my name out there. And I see like, when I came out with Reasons, Unravel Me, all these songs where it's like a connection to them, emotional connection. And I saw how people perceive the songs. It was like, damn, I could heal people with music. I can do things for them, you know what I'm saying? And just by telling my story, no extra shit. Whatever I go through in my daily life, I'm pretty sure somebody else has experienced this. And, you know, whether it's like going through shit, loving somebody, being angry, put that shit in the music, you know, put it down, and people really like dig that shit for real. You know, it's just simple at that point. It's simple. It's just a period in my life where I wasn't taking care of myself. It was just normal for me. I thought that's how I was just living my life, you know, until, you know, just meeting new people, getting different perspectives. It was like, oh shit, you know, I could be taking care of myself way better than I am, you know, just in all aspects of my life. And that's what I really did. But before I could do that, I had to like realize for myself what I was doing wrong. Because people could tell you what you're doing wrong all day. People could tell you, oh, that's not good for you. This is that, whatever. And, you know, for me, me, it was just like, just behavior things, how I was treating people, just little simple things like that. You know, how I was treating my body, my health, you know, my mental health, you know, make sure I came to closure with things that I would, like, instead of just pushing shit off, you know what I'm saying? Like, address it. And it was hard to do that, you know, like, especially during my depression, you know, it's just like, I just saw a lot of things in myself that wasn't gonna take me further at all. And I knew to go to a different part of my life, I would have to face that shit head on. And it was hard. It was, you know, I would talk to people, you know, just for the longest I was like mad, you know, mad at myself, you know, that I let myself get into that situation, you know, but I didn't stay there. You know, I knew it was gonna be better eventually if I just did the shit that made me feel uncomfortable. Cause you can feel comfortable and sit in that shit all day, you know, it's until you wanna do better for yourself. And only you have to do better for yourself to, you know, to get out of it. And it was at the height of my depression. And it was when I felt, it was the moment when I really felt nobody else was there. You know, it was like, ain't nobody here for me. Who do I have? And that turned from, ain't nobody here for me, I got myself. You know, I could take care of myself. I can start from just ground up, little things. It's a long process because nobody's there to help you, but it's strong, it's a strong foundation. And so if you're taking care of yourself from ground zero, ground up, no outside forces, bro, they're not gonna prosper. It's not. Being an independent artist at the moment you gotta really utilize your networking, you know, making friends here and there. Make sure when you meet somebody, just make sure they wanna meet your ass again. You know, a lot of people meet people and they, oh man, I love your music. Hey, put me on, bro, let me sing you this song. You don't wanna hear that motherfucker, like, bye, like you used to that. You know, usually artists, so when you meet somebody, you make sure you make a connection with them, and you don't know where they're gonna play in your career or your life later down the line, so whenever opportunities come up, that's when you use those connections and stuff like that. But right now, my career really started when I went to Hxry, and those were the guys that really, you know, helped me with the little things, and so I could see how things need to go in terms of like press, images, you know, make sure your shit's clean, make sure your videos are shot, make sure, you know, just making sure everything's all packaged neatly is more than just making the song. And I learned that while being, you know, around my friends and just really learning to see how other people do things, and I incorporated that in my own way. My first show was crazy. It was exciting, it was scary. It was all at the same time. I knew a bunch of my homies was gonna be there. My mom was gonna be there. I've never rapped or sang in front of my mom. She didn't even know that side of me. You know, I was ready to show her though. You know, I was ready to show all the people in that room. And I knew it was gonna be a little different than just me grabbing the mic and just getting up there. I had a DJ set before, so I had an hour. 30 minutes in the beginning was DJing, last 30 minutes, you know, I was like, all right, let's go. I'm about to perform these rap songs, it's Stupid, Dummy, and it was lit, it was lit. That shit was lit. How did I prepare? I took a shit, like, for real, like, I had to take a big shit, bro. I was nervous, I had the bubble guts, like, for real, bro. But, I mean, it was just really talking to people and that performed before. I got a lot of homies, you know, just from knowing people in the industry and stuff, just asking, how did you do for your first show? You know, what do I do? What do I say? You know, I was so worked up, I was overthinking it. And I had the most fun up there when I just relaxed and looked at everybody in the crowd and they were smiling. And it was like, I should be smiling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I should just relax. Yeah, it was like, let me calm down. I would roast the fuck out your ass.
Tell me about it.
Listen, I would roast the fuck out your ass. I don't roast it too many motherfuckers. I roast them, ain't nobody off limits. Everybody feel like they off limits. You know what I'm saying? You got these big hotshot ass people all in papers and shit. You know, they meet somebody they never met before, they go expect the same little intro. Hey man, I love your music, man. Sign my back. You know, some stupid shit like that. Hell no, not me. But you know, just make you feel like you're a regular person. A lot of people want to feel like they're just people at the end of the day. You know, what better way to do that is just to roast their ass like how they homies used to when they was back in high school. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you kind of, so it's a familiarity. Is that a word? That's the word. Familiarity? Yeah, familiarity. Yeah, that's what the fuck I was trying to say. You know, it's just, you know, just let people know that I'm not here, regardless of what you got and how many followers you got. I'm not here for that. I just want to make sure you're a good person. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna take this roast, honestly? Nah, you know, I gauge it. I ain't just wanna disrespect, you know, people. But it's just understanding, like making them feel like that they can let their guard down, because I am. And if they got their guard up, I'm gonna roast that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it's about. It's just making sure, like, building homies, bro. Like, just making homies. Cause if we do make a song, or whatever, you got a big follower count. If you a dick, you know, I don't like you. I didn't get anything from it. You know, it's not an experience that I would want. You know, I'd rather make sure you're a cool person. I'd rather get to know you. And then, whatever, we make a song 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? I got one of my homies, I've never made a song with his ass. This guy is the reason I really started to get into this shit, Sango. You know, I met him at a selection show. I could have geeked all out and shit. I could have said, oh man, you the reason I do it. All that. No, I looked at his ass. He came in with this all blue jumpsuit. I'm like, who this blueberry muffin looking ass nigga, bro? I was like, bro, who are you? He's like, my name's Kai. I was like, Kai, well, hi. My name's Hxry and your ass is Chicago and I'm about to roast your ass. And after that, bro, like 10 minutes later, we talking about, you know, his dad, and you know, I'm talking about my dad. We talking like we've been knowing each other for years, you know, just off a simple change of introduction, you know, instead of the hand me out type introduction. You know, we talking, he gave me his phone number, bro. I'm like, bro, I got Sango's phone number, bro. Like, this is the guy that, bro, it's crazy. It blew my mind. Just little shit like that, and it proved to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do anyway. People used to clown my ass. People used to roast me when I was in high school, when I was in grammar school. So I grew up around that shit. My mom roast me. My dad roast me. So like, you know, that's some Chicago shit too, roasting. So I'm gonna roast your ass, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, what keeps me going is the fact that this shit ain't over. I'm 25 years old, bro. I could keep doing it. You know, I could keep going. I could see how far. I've done so much in just a year. I've only been Hxry for a year, and I've done like so much. And like this year, I kind of took a step back, but to take care of myself. So it's still for the forward movement. You know what I'm saying?